Alright, y'all, so this is the finished result. And this is what the hell walked into my suite. Like, why did you even come up in here with your locks looking like that? And yes, I was talking to him the same way during his actual Retwist appointment, because why are we not separating our locks? And honestly, he did go 2 good months in between his Retwist appointments. And for the average lockhead, that's not really an issue. But for his hair texture and his hair type, we either need to be doing one or two things. We need to be separating these locks, paying close attention to the parting, and if locks are trying to combine at the root, or we need to be getting retwists once a month, because this just don't make no sense. This conversation right here is for the people that want their locks to look a certain way. If you got the free forms or you like that messy, overgrown look, I'm with you. When I had my locks, I actually preferred the 2-week-old retwist look as opposed to the fresh retwist. But this conversation right here is for the people that are obsessed with the uniform look. The people that's always coming to their lock appointment and asking if their locks is doing what they supposed to do. We about to talk about exactly why you shouldn't go such a long time without a retwist. And we talking about mature locks. If you're in the starter lock phase right now, or you've had locks for less than 5 months, you should definitely be getting a retwist every 3 to 4 weeks. The main reason is because your locks probably will unravel, especially if you don't have a style. So getting frequent retwists when you're in the starter lock phase is going to help your loctician be able to find those parts so they're not charging you for starter locks again. If you get in styles with your starter locks, then you can leave that style up for 2 weeks, take that style down, let your locks breathe for 2 weeks, and then by the end of the month, you should be back in your loctician's chair. For mature locks, you should ideally be getting a retwist every 6 to 8 weeks. The first reason is because you don't want your locks to combine at the root. Look, your hair is going to lock regardless. Either you're doing the maintenance yourself, you're in your loctician's chair, or your locks is just going to take it upon themselves to combine with whoever next to them. And this is honestly the perfect example of that. I'm trying to get the next row and the locks are connected to the row above it. And of course, he had the audacity to flinch. And I'm not even a heavy-handed person, but I gotta get up in there, so I'm not taking all day. And honestly, he was holding out on the retwist because his birthday was coming up, and that's perfectly fine. If you gotta go a little minute in between retwists, separate your roots. When you're hydrating and oiling your locks, preferably with the LocDocEssentials products, you should be paying attention to your locks, and you should be feeling around. If some of them feel like they're trying to combine a little bit, just pull them apart. It's okay, you could do that, because they're your locks. Otherwise, when you come to the appointment, I'm going to just have to do it. And I'm not going to take my time with it the way you probably would. And that leads me to my next point. It's going to take longer to do a retwist if it's been a minute. It's a lot of separation that needs to be done. You know, you got to find the scalp. You got to part. It's just a lot. And that process can be a little bit more painful because at that point, I'm pulling locks apart that are matted together. So again, just separate your locks when you run your hands through your hair. And finally, going too long without a retwist can definitely cause breakage, because if your locks is just hanging on to the new growth and the new growth is too long for the lock, it can become too heavy. And now the lock is just hanging and it's breaking off little by little. And that's how some of y'all locks get to thinning at the root. And that issue only gets worse if y'all locks are dry and brittle. That can easily be fixed with the LocDocEssentials Hydration Mist. You have the option to choose between either the Rose and Aloe Hydration Mist or the Rosemary and Aloe Hydration Mist. But anyways, let's get into the finishing results. And I'm about to top it off with some of the LocDocEssentials hair growth oil that can also be found on the website. The oil acts as a sealant, locking in the hydration that is provided from the hydration mist. It'll help your hair grow strong and healthy. If this is the type of lock content that you're into, just give me a subscribe. There's more to come.